Hey guys, Sunny here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. This is a replay of a game I played not too long ago. Ended up being fairly, at least I thought it was good. So we will see how things turn out here. And for my team we have, well, that's not actually my team. I'm on the red team. I'm playing Nova. My buddy Lugaro is playing Tassadar. Soapy's playing Vala. Logophobic playing Jaina, and Oliver 1806 playing Uther. And then for the blue team we have Illidan, Zagara, Sylvanas, Jaina, and Chen. Moving into this, we'll bring up our talents right here. So Jaina is actually going for the auto attack build, or Vala is actually going for the auto attack build. Interesting choice from her. So I'm going to open up with is the ambush snipe. Increase the amount of burst damage that I can do. Our opponents don't actually have a healer, so any damage really is very helpful, but burst damage in particular can help overcome Illidan's first aid, which he typically gets. That is very, very standard for him. Gonna look around, see what's going on. Like Illidan is diving pretty hard there, taking a couple of pot shots. And if we can grab him right there, super close to getting him. He ended up getting away with 29 health, so one more auto attack from anybody would have finished him.
We are blessed.
Vala's having to back it up here a little bit. And there is Coriota standing right there as Chen, probably going to get a jump in here on Val that I believe she's going to go down. Nope, manages to get out just barely with that vault. Top lane push is going pretty well. I'm swinging down onto the bottom to help this out. And for those of you that watched the last video, Lugaru and I mentioned that we had regretted not live casting this game, so that is this one. So unfortunately you won't have both of us, but you will have this. We'll take a nice snipe goes there off there on Zagara, but she's going to get away. No follow-up from Jaina or Vala right there. Both teams at 0 kills still. Mines are going to be opening here in 30 seconds, so both teams need to heal up, not die. That is the most crucial thing that you can possibly do right now, is to not die. Uther, run away, buddy! Come on, Oliver! Oliver, go! Go! Oh! Uther dies right there. That is actually huge going into the mines, especially with that 12 seconds left. He'll be back soon enough. Actually, he might be back in time. He's back already. So the death counter doesn't even last as long as his ghost form does. There's both teams going down. Chen moving in through the bottom. Looks like most of my team moving in through the top. Big old fight going in right there. Taking control of that. I'm going to pop down here. Chen taking some skulls for his team. Taking a little bit of damage here and there from them as well. So big push from blue coming up. Looks like I'm coming in from the bottom as well. Vala gets hit by the kick right there. Jaina takes the full baitling shot to the face. There goes Chen down to a snipe. And just a bunch of AoE abilities from everyone else. Trying to make sure that nothing happens there. Looks like we have a 5-on-4 at the moment. There's Sylvanas throwing out that what is that one called? That is the Haunting Wave. Trying to get us out of there. Level 4 for both teams at this point coming up, so we'll see who can pick those talents the fastest. That might be what this comes down to. And for me, that is not going too quickly. Looks like we have a Venom coming out of Zagara. Oh, Jaina moves too far forward, gets herself killed. Right there by Illidan. And now, with this 3-on-2 that is about to go on 3-on-4 very, very quickly, maybe we can make something happen right there with getting Jaina down. She gets away with 52 health, going super, super close right there. And unfortunately, I'm going to get killed. And now I think Oliver might be behind on this. We'll see what ends up happening with him. Nice shield there from my buddy Lugaru to put that on. See our talent choices. Snowstorm. So Vala is definitely going full-on auto-attack build. That will not kick in until the late game. There goes Tassadar down. Uther's going to go down here as well. So that is 6 kills to 2 in favor of the blue team now. Jaina swinging back. 50 skulls for blue as well to only 20 for red. It's going to be pretty difficult to make something or to counteract this Golem, especially if they get those 30 in there. Looks like Jaina's going to go down once again, and now I am completely caught out of position here. 3-on-1. So far my team's positioning has been very, very poor. It's like Sylvanas is Hearthstoning home right there. Here is Tassadar pushing forward. Level 7 for the blue team is going to come up here any second now. At this point, basically all Red can do is try and stay even on levels, and they're going to have to give up this for a Golem. Looks like Uther's running, decides to not go in there, realizes that's probably not a great idea, so he backs out. What I'm going to do is I'm waiting here, see if we can get a nice little pickup from somewhere. And there's that Envenom. I love using that. I know it's a little bit off meta. Most people at this tier will grab the Gathering Power, but I really like getting the Envenom because of all that extra damage it can do. Here's that healing or first aid coming up to heal Illidan, and that will actually put Red in a pretty good position, helping them come back a little bit into this. Those Knights will do some good damage. Chen picking up the Giants, trying to counter. Oh, never mind, he was picking up the Giants. Vala needs to back it up. She is so dead at this point. Maybe with that movement speed buff she can get away. And with the slow on Chen already, so let's take a look at our level 7 talents. Mine is anti-armor shell. On this map, Mules from Tassadar, absolutely amazing. Do a great job of keeping the buildings alive while the Golem is attacking them. Not so great on the front here, but really, really good on these forts because they're large enough that the AoE doesn't hit them. The Vala goes down right there, and Blue is in a commanding position now. Trying to set something up here, waiting for my team to come in. They should have been working on these Giants long before this fight started. Now we have maybe a little bit of something here. If we can collapse on them, we do have an advantage in terms of number of people. Looks like Sylvanas, actually, all of her damage is there, so she can, unless she can get to the well, which she can't, she will end up dying right there. So Sylvanas goes down, and that is 6-10 now. Blue still has quite the, about a 1 level lead on Red at this point. There's that Mule coming down, but this, like I was saying, the AoE is going to hit that. So it's not going to be super useful. Looks like Illidan wants some kind of kill. He goes after Tassadar, doesn't get it. That might actually cost him. But with the first aid, he'll be able to get out just fine. So I thought that might cost him a little bit, but not quite. Vala getting searing attacks once more, just indicating how aggressively she's going that auto attack build. Jaina here going deep chill, increasing the slow durations. That's always nice. Lets us really get into advantageous positions. There's Blue with their ultimates coming up right now. Jaina getting super close, getting away there. Oh, so close. How much health does she have? 8 health. Oh my gosh, Jaina getting so lucky there that hungering arrow peeled off and hit this tower. The bottom is being pushed pretty hard by Sylvanas. Throws out her wailing arrow, but it actually misses everybody but Uther, so not very good use of that. So we can look up on top. We have Illidan now. Bottom is coming up here. Not much going down for either team at this point. Looks like I'm just coming in behind the Blue here. They want to try and pick off a kill or two. Sylvanas picking up this watchtower. So there's Tassadar moving forward. And now we should be able to make something happen. It is 3 versus 2 here. Unfortunately, most of that focus is on Shen. It's not where you want to put that. Oh, the Maw is whiffed. And there comes Vala to kill Zagara. Very nicely done right there. We're going to push Chen back. So it gives both teams their ultimates now. Hearthstoning out. Unfortunately for us, our top lane going down. So I'm just asking if we can focus the squishies. Oh, Sylvanas needs to get out of there. Vala goes down on the bottom lane. You can see her corpse right there, ragdolling in, and that is just the worst possible time to get killed. Because you will not be able to go into the mines as the 5. And you just kind of have to hope that your opponents are dumb like this, and they split up. That does give us a kill. I'm going to head down into the mines, see what I can make happen. Need my cloaking to come up now. Looks like Chen is not going to be a very good target at all. Actually, Illidan might be, if I can jump him, especially because he's just used that first aid. It's going to be fairly interesting to see what we can do. Looks like my team is coming in from the top. Any second now. There they are in from the top now. Illidan should be going down here momentarily. I don't think he's going to make it out. Oh, with the Metamorphosis, though, with the extra health boost. And then Chad trying to separate Vala from the rest of us. That went horrendously bad for us. Vala just gets pushed into the corner with the Wandering Keg. There's Tassadar down. And looks like the blue team is fanning out. They want to try and find me. But they decide to pick up the rest of the skulls at this point. And this could be really, really bad. I think this might be 100-0 on this Golem. That's what this thing is called. Man, I am just forgetting my words everywhere today. Jaina taking a couple of shots up here on the Golem. 70-0 so far, and it might very well be 100-0. Maybe I can pull off a kill. It'll be interesting to see if I actually can do this. I think I'm just waiting there. My team picking up some mercenaries. Illidan waiting up there on the top. Wants to try and jump these guys when they've got a shot. I wisely decided to back out. You can see there on the minimap. Looks like Illidan is actually going to get paid for his efforts right there. Nice pot shot to the face from Nova just to finish that off. Probably not necessary, but can't kill still in this game, so always worth it to make sure you secure the kill. Jaina goes down to the Venom from Zagara. And now we have Jaina versus Zagara, and there's triple tap going off that will kill Jaina. I think I might die myself though, especially with Sylvanas moving in there with that wave. So our pathetically weak Golem up here, 0 skulls, not even going to make it through the wall. That is going to be a very painful Golem, whereas their Golem is going to hurt immensely, especially because Tassadar Lugar is the only one here trying to push it back. He's done a decent amount of damage. With his shields and his mule, he should be able to prevent quite a bit of the damage from this Golem. I'm not sure why blue isn't pushing behind this. This is actually a critical mistake by the blue team. Going for these mercenaries instead of actually getting... Oh man, this is actually a huge mistake. They should be 5-man pushing right here. I'm not sure. There I am. I was like, I'm not sure if that is a... I thought that was a clone, but I wasn't exactly sure. So as you can see, I did get triple tap for my ultimate. Lethal Decoy is my next choice, because the 25% damage from those clones, usually that's just enough to secure the kill. There's that arrow comes out and actually misses. Golem goes down, and now losing a world of hurt. I'm not sure where Sylvanas went right there. Uther's going to go down, but it looks like Jaina will go down as well. So that is a 2-for-1, 18-12 now. And still trying to catch up to Zagara here. I don't think it'll happen because she's mounted. So there's Lugaru moving off to the top. Chen picking up some mercenaries for his team. And we do have Archon and Distortion Beam, Rain of Vengeance, tempered by Discipline. So auto attacks with some nice stunnage coming in. Water Elemental and Sprint, survivability from Jaina, and damage increase. And then Divine Storm from Uther, pretty standard. You have started seeing Divine Shield quite a bit more often just because it is so powerful. Especially when you have someone like an Illidan on your team that will hard engage and be the target every single time. Looks like we have a big team fight coming up here. Illidan and Zagara are coming forward. Unfortunately for them, they're coming forward to... Oh, not quite to the distance. Like Zagara evaporates right there immediately. And I need to get behind my wall. Illidan getting very, very greedy, very aggressive shields from Lugaru right there saving me. Uther's, that shield absolutely saving my butt, keeps me alive. Chen trying to jump in here as well. Nice well use. And I think we might lose the top point, but that last... Oh, the Divine Storm keeping up Uther in there, or Chen in there, excuse me. Uther about to go down, but not before a shield and a burst heal. So that was a 4-0 swing. 18-16 on the kills, and that brings us dead even on experience gained. Plus my team now has complete control of the mines going into them. 12 seconds before they spawn, but 18 seconds before someone on the blue team comes up. So this does indeed get quite... has gotten quite interesting now. This game is evened up in a really big way. There's not much I can do. Nova's like the worst character ever to work on killing these minions because she has such a low attack speed. So and she needs to two-shot them. Looks like Vala taking a couple of shots there. Chen getting pretty aggressive with his jumps into 4 members of my team. That's never a good idea. Looks like we have 50 seeds now, or 50 skulls now, not seeds. Keep getting this map mixed up with Garden of Terror. I call those ones seeds all the time, and I call those ones skulls all the time, and these ones seeds all the time. You guys know what I mean. Zagara is trying to get away. Ma does grab me. Unfortunately for her, the water elemental just keeps her slowed, and now that is 54-8. And with 2 members down, 3 members actually for Team Blue, this might be a 92 skull Golem to an 8 skull Golem. We're pinging against the wall, because this is where you really should fight the Golem. That way the enemy team, they have to come through the Golem to get to your team, and so that damage won't be completely focused on you. As opposed to if you fight the Golem here or here, where the enemy team has to go through your team to get to the Golem. Doesn't work super well. Looks like Chen is trying to pick up some mercenaries here for his team. But my team reads it well and knows exactly what's going on. We are all on our way. And there goes Chen with that Wandering Keg. We'll let him escape. Which is a bit of a bummer. Although Vala might get him with her discipline. Unfortunately, she doesn't have any of that, but Chen takes the time to mount up, and that is going to be it for Chen. Oh yeah, we'll have to use. Kind of sad I missed that snipe. That ended up causing a lot more. I didn't want to have to use the ultimate there, but it looks like my team has taken the lead. We are now 20-18, and red team has destroyed a fort. Is that what it said? All the forts are up. Unless that was this fort that just went down right there. That must have been red team lost a fort. The red team destroyed a fort. Thank you very much. Very, very powerful Golem. Sylvanas goes down right there. Nice little snipage off the edge. It looks like Illidan is going to use his metamorphosis. Vala goes down immediately. And I'm going to go down. Dude, there's nothing I can do to get away from here. What Jaina can do, though, is take a couple of pot shots around. Does get that northern exposure, making our enemies vulnerable. That's always a nice pickup in these team fights, especially if you have a lot of AoE damage, because that's 25% more damage they take in all situations. So we look at the 2 different Jaina builds here. Let's compare these, actually. We have Frostbolt and Frostbolt talent, so making sure that, trying to buff up that Q, which I kind of like buffing that Q because it is the lowest cooldown Jaina has. Take a look at Jaina right here. You see that only has a 4-second cooldown as opposed to 15 and 10 respectively. So it's short enough that you can spam it, and it actually doesn't cost that much mana, only 30 mana, so it is spammable. Part of the problem though is that it's single target. And it's a skill shot, so it doesn't do nearly as much as Blizzard does in the big team fights. So Vala almost got trapped behind the wall right there. Chen trying to get her out. Chen will go down right there to the Cone of Cold. And a snipe. Not really sure where I am. There I am behind the wall. I always lose track of myself in the midst of all those clones. I kind of wish that they would look a different color. Looks like we have a big fight coming up here. Sylvanas goes down immediately. And if I can get fast reload, we can make this. There we go. Fast reload is up. Jaina will go down right there. And Zagara as well. And I still have triple tap ready to be used. So we have pulled ahead just a bit. 25-20 now. And with our level 20 edge going into this with only Zeratul or only Illidan up, I will give it to Illidan. He is being very ballsy coming down here. Picking up what he can from the top. He'll probably get about 8 from that camp right there. And I'm saying that, telling my team we need to group up in 20 seconds because that's about when these guys will be respawning and heading back into the mines. Looks like Illidan getting into a bit of a fight here with Vala and Tassadar, going all in on Vala, trying to get that button. I will show up and pretty much snipe his brains out immediately. So that is 59-11, and this might end up being 89-11 now. So that is our second uber powerful golem. Oh, Vala Poor Vala right there just goes down immediately. I think the blue team realizes they're not going to be able to get here in time, so they're going for the mercenaries, making the best of their situation, making sure they get as much as possible. There's their level 20 edge, and we continue to look at these Jaina builds as she brings up her talent. We have Icy Veins, which reduces cooldowns. That one's very nice for Jaina, versus Sprint, which is more of a survivability and positioning tool. And then we have Ice Barrier, which gives her a nice shield, which when there's no support on your team, any way you can increase your own survivability is really nice. And Winter Mute, the water elemental, deals damage with Jaina as well, or deals damage with Jaina's abilities when she uses them, as opposed to Arcane Power from our Jaina, which increases her spell damage and restores 400 mana over 5 seconds. So it makes her really, really bursty, especially if you went with a Blizzard / Cone of Cold build. Makes it work out really, really nicely. And this is where that Mule and shields from Tassadar are really going to start paying for themselves. You can see the Mule coming down right there with the shield will repair all the damage that that Golem has been able to do. It has not been able to make a single meaningful advancement in the last with the last 2 Golems. So we're going to pick up these Siege Giants right here. Ball's going to take a couple of pot shots here on the bottom, and now we're going to 5-man push here. Uther probably needs a little bit of help. So what one of the probably the main reason we have turned this game back in our favor is we have a major advantage in team fights. We have 2 supports, and in addition to 2 supports, we also have 3 assassins. Looks like Uther gets pushed way into the enemy team, but Jaina goes down for my team right there, but not before Jaina, and Uther, oh, looks like that arrow comes out, takes out 3 members of my team with that silence. Here's Chen being pushed down, so he gets evaporated, and just Zagara now. That Ma does come up, and I think she's going to be able to get away. Blinks to get behind the fortress, and every ultimate except triple tap was used in that team fight. So big old mess. Is somewhat difficult to actually see what has been going on. So I threw up that clone mostly to absorb those Baneling shots, try and save our Giants a little bit where and when we can. Looks like some shields go up there on Vala. And with that wall down, now Zagara has to be much more careful, or she will end up getting maybe killed. Looks like Vala is actually moving forward, getting fairly aggressive, and unfortunately for us, Zagara manages to get away. So out in 10, meaning they're going to respawn very, very soon. So as soon as they're up, we need to be out and moving back towards the mines. So we got the keep. Now we can move back towards these mines. And so we can still very easily lose this game if we don't get a very strong Golem. Theirs will push forward all the way to our core. We've managed to even up the game in a really big way. Looks like Uther and Jaina are moving in on the bottom as well. So my whole team is down here in the mines, picking up skulls where we can find them. There's Jaina. She's much better at that than I am as Nova. Looks like Chen is up here trying to do something. Oh, Chen's going to go down immediately. You can see that. Well, those were clones. That's why they had no abilities. Triple tap didn't actually go on cooldown right there just because of how the fight goes down. Looks like Uther is getting caught by himself out of position. Oh, but the big choke point for my enemies to come into. There goes Illidan down to 1 triple tap. There goes Zagara down to another triple tap. And there goes Jaina down to a 3rd triple tap in a row. So I'm completely out of mana. And that was a complete domination of the blue team. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody down here who can really tank, and I am completely out of mana. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I can't really use any of my abilities. Snipe is up, so I guess I could use that one. Throw out the pinning shot and the snipe combo right there to try and deal a little bit of extra damage. We don't need to be super cautious. All of our enemies are dead. So that should be, we should be well aware of that. Now we decide to back out. Chen is up. He'll probably go straight for the mercenaries. Or maybe he'll sit in the fountain. I imagine he's typing something to his team. Getting off of his... There we go. Like, he got off his mount. So that was only 3 triple taps. It wasn't actually 4. But that is what Nova can do in the late game. Just triple tap everything. And the combination of the Archon, the Psystorms, the Divine Storm, and the Blizzard from Jada, topped off with a triple tap, just made it too much for the enemy team to handle. And they ended up all going down. And what I like about fast reload is it doesn't have to be the hero targeted. It just has to be any enemy hero going down. So that will instantly reset the cooldown on triple tap, and he will just be able to unload. Looks like the blue team is trying to burn this Golem as quickly as possible, whereas my team is just running around. They realize that we don't all need to be here to pick up or to stop this Golem. With the shields and the mule, we have more than enough power to stop it with 3 people, so they will pick up the mercenaries and put tons and tons of pressure on our opponents, especially since our Golem actually did get to their core. They probably should have used some of these ultimates on that Golem, because at this point, they really need to back it up. These mercenaries are going to finish the game if they don't deal with them. I don't think they realize how much damage 4 catapults and 2 giants are going to do. 7% on that core, and it is done. One more volley, just completely knocking down 10% of that core's damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I certainly did. We very much enjoyed the comeback nature of this game. Because this map is actually very hard to come back on. It's one of the more difficult ones just because of how snowbally it is in the early game. We gave up 100 skull Golem on this map, on the second Golem of the game. And it ended up not actually costing us the game. Thanks to the mules from Tassadar and his shields, we were able to keep this town right here alive. And because of that, we were able to just hang on until our late game potential kicked in. With Vala and myself being very late game characters. Vala with her auto attack build is always a late game character. But hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I will see you later.